Welcome to Dateline SAU, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm Mary Evans.
And I'm Abigail Varkalis. A new event for business leaders and employers was held on campus this week. Dateline SAU's Cameron Giampaolo attended that event.
St. Ambrose University hosted the first annual Innovation Summit on Thursday morning. Business and community leaders from across the Midwest gathered in the Rogalski Center Ballroom to share knowledge about the skills and dispositions required in the workforce today.
The benefit, particularly for students, is that this is employers telling us the skills that we need to help our students attain to succeed in the new generation of work, which is fast changing with AI and technology ever on the move.
120 business leaders accepted the invitation to attend the Ambrosian Summit. DeVries says that this many attendees exceeded expectations and greatly benefits employers and students.
The whole idea is that the ways that we go about educating students in the future need to match the needs that business is continually going to have, and part of that is lifelong learning and the opportunity to upskill and reskill throughout the whole of a career.
SAU intends to continue to host these summits annually. The university hopes to expand to a wider audience in the coming years. Cameron Giampaolo, Dateline SAU.
St. Ambrose hopes that these types of events will lead to teaching practices that will better suit today's workforce. Organizers add that the exceptional turnout is proof that employers understand the essential role higher education can play in their businesses.
Earlier this week, members of the community convened in the Rogalski Center Ballroom for this year's annual Falwell Lecture. The lecture and endowment commemorate Frank and Jane Falwell, two highly respected educational philanthropists who were from the Quad City area.
This is the 19th annual Falwell Lecture, and every year we bring in a visiting scholar who talks about some topic in political science or law and society. And we like to share some different perspectives and different knowledge from people, but something that's relevant to our community and things that people will be interested in hearing about and discussing.
The Falwell Chair in Political Science and Pre-Law was established in 2001. For more information, you can visit SAUgift.org.
This week, student government elections were held for the office of President and Vice President. And for freshman Chase Mason, running for the top position was something that hit close to home.
My dad was actually the first ever black president of the SGA. So it's kind of always just been a goal of mine to kind of follow my dad's footsteps. But also I really care about the voices of students. I've only been at Ambrose for a year since I'm a freshman, but I have nothing bad to say about this campus. I love every aspect of it, from the staff to the faculty, just how beautiful our campus is. So the main reason I want to run is just to embrace the student body and represent them.
Elections took place Thursday. In a race with 4 sets of candidates, the team of Zeke, Quellar, and Declan McDonald were declared the winners.
Two groups, Her Campus and SAT, or the Sexual Assault Awareness Team, came together to host an event known as the Handprint Pledge.
From noon to 1:30, members of the SAU community joined together in an event to show solidarity against sexual assault and violence.
This event, our main goal is to raise awareness for sexual assault and sexual violence in the month of April. So with this event, it's an easy way for people to get involved on campus because all it requires is you to show up, do something kind of fun and sign your name, and in the process you're able to learn more about what we do in April and why.
Those that participated covered one hand in blue paint, pressed it on the cloth, and signed their name next to their handprint.
This is our time to bring awareness to those individuals who need help to find the courage and to just bring awareness to the issue as a whole.
After leaving their mark, participants would wash their hands off and be on their way. Although the blue on their hands may be faded, their support still stands.
Organizers hope increased community support will let sexual assault victims know that they are not alone. SAT has many events in April to raise awareness. For more information, you can follow SAT on Instagram.
This semester, St. Ambrose students have had a unique opportunity to serve the communities of the Quad Cities. Service Saturdays are events sponsored by SAU Campus Ministry to encourage students to give back to their community.
This year we've planned quite a few service Saturdays, and we always pick a different organization in the community that's in need, and then the students just go and volunteer for a couple hours of their time. We've done, cleanup work, and we've served meals to, at-risk youth. And we've been down with the homeless at King's Harvest. We've just done a variety of different things.
Gant says that interest in Service Saturdays has grown so much since the beginning of March that more groups have had to be organized to accommodate the increased interest to lending a helping hand.
Well, it was kind of fun this weekend after our Service Saturday. A group of students is starting to become kind of a core group of students that signs up and volunteers together regularly. They all went out for coffee afterwards and sent me a picture. So I think there's a lot of relationship building that happens on Service Saturdays, and also just a lot of you feel good because you're doing something, to help others. So kind of confidence building that happens.
There are 4 remaining Service Saturday opportunities this semester. If interested, keep an eye out for an email from Campus Ministry or scan the QR code found on one of the many Service Saturday posters around campus.
It's National Child Abuse Awareness Month, which means you may be seeing a lot of pinwheels around the campus in Quad Cities. Dateline SAU's Jamie Hennekins has more.
The Children's Campus held its annual Pinwheel Garden dedication Wednesday morning, featuring the littlest of Ambrosians.
We're so grateful to really take a moment in this month where we have Child Abuse Awareness Month to recognize that not every child's situation is an advantageous one. And so we're reminded of how important it is to create safe environments for children and to advocate for them in all ways that we can.
Partnering with the organization Every Child of the Quad Cities, the Children's Campus uses the Pinwheel Garden as a symbol of healthy, happy, full childhoods.
These young people are our future. They are assets to be valued and appreciated, and the more we invest in them, the stronger our communities will be as we go forward. It's a privilege to serve at a university committed to serving the larger community, and I think this is just one more example of the ways in which we honor and try and do that through our mission and vision as an institution.
Pinwheel Gardens can be found at other Quad City locations, including at the Davenport Police and Fire Departments. Jamie Hennekins, Dateline SAU.
For more information on how you can participate in Child Abuse Awareness Month activities, visit www.everychild.org.
Last Friday may have been April Fool's Day, but the St. Ambrose Student Government Association used the occasion to not only raise money, but have fun in the process. Brave volunteers made up of faculty and staff received a pie in the face in order to raise money for Litterpalooza, an event that the Student Government Association is planning for May 1st. Students nominated one of their professors to get pied, and if they agreed, the professors then donned protective gear and braced for impact.
All right, here we go. Oh!
I did not expect to get pied so many times.
Look at
one thing I did not expect is just how uncomfortable it is to get whipped cream and shaving cream shoved into your ear, which I did not anticipate. They did protect you with some headgear, goggles, and a little bit of an apron, but in the long run, you got a little bit messy out there.
All right.
It's been super successful. We've raised about 100 so far. It's an hour in, hour and a half in. So yeah, it's really fun.
You're so mean.
I got one pie thrown at me. Poor Dave Baker. I don't know how many, but it was for a good cause, and I have a nice sweet smell to me that's probably going to turn sour about halfway through my class.
Litterpalooza will be a competition among student teams to pick up trash around campus. It is scheduled for May 1st, starting at 11:30 a.m. at the Rogalski Center patio.
Coming up after a short break, the St. Ambrose softball team looks to build on its long winning streak.
And the women's lacrosse team moves up in the national rankings as they enjoy a big win on Senior Day.
We'll have these stories and more coming up after the break
on Dateline SAU.
Being a music major at St. Ambrose University has allowed me the opportunity to get to know all of the professors on a personal level, and they all care about my own growth as a musician. It's really nice to be learning in an environment where I can maybe sometimes have conversations with the professors outside of class who obviously want to help me learn, and that is their main goal. And it's it's easy to get that interaction from them. The opportunities that you get to perform in and outside of class, there are many of them, and all of them are great ways to meet the right people that might help you get started in your piano career, life as a musician. And that's definitely something that's helped me, something that I've loved about being here. I would recommend it for other people for the same reasons.
Post-graduation, I've served on the alumni board and have really enjoyed that role, staying in touch with St. Ambrose and all the things that are happening and getting to see students and hear about what we're doing for students, new buildings. It's just nice to stay in touch with the place that you lived for 4 years and loved while you're here.
We're more than a radio station. We're your neighbors, investing time in our community. We're mentors, guiding the next generation of broadcasters. We're supporters of veterans, partners with social service agencies, and investigators of history. We're dedicated sports fans. We're committed to the stories that make the Quad Cities unique. We are KALA Radio, 88.5 FM, 106.1 FM. Turn it on, turn it up.
The top-ranked St. Ambrose men's lacrosse team was looking at playing their home regular season finale on Saturday, and they looked to stay undefeated in the conference in the process. It was senior day for 11 Fighting Bees as the team honored them and their parents prior to the contest. Then it was down to business. One of those seniors, Sam Kerr, gets things started in the game's opening minute, and the Bees take an early lead. Still in the first quarter, another senior, Cameron Giampaolo, launches this rocket, making it 3-0. How about another senior, Christian Damano, with this nice shot in the second quarter, and the rout is on. Later, Damano finds Kerr in the front of the net, and the St. Ambrose men deliver a dominating conference win at home. 10 different Bees find the scoring column. Led by Kerr's 4 goals, the team moves to 11-1 on the season, 8-0 in the conference. 19. The women's lacrosse team honored its 5 seniors on Sunday, and the St. Mary Spires were their opponent as well. One of those seniors, Lauren Hosley, gets things started off with a nice feed from Sarah Deal, and the Bees are on the scoreboard. A few minutes later, it's Morgan Curzon with the break, resulting in another St. Ambrose goal. Here, Audrey Warner moves the ball to receive a nice pass and puts it in the net as the Bees extend their lead. And check out this goal by Dateline SAU's own Abigail Varkalis, and the Bees get their big win in their final regular season home game. Curzon led the way with 4 goals as 10 different Bees scored at least 1 goal in the contest versus St. Mary. But on Wednesday, St. Ambrose was on the other side of a lopsided score, losing at Butler University in Indiana 21-2. The team will finish out the regular season with 2 more games on the road. The women are currently ranked 9th in the nation. The St. Ambrose baseball team won a doubleheader on Tuesday against St. Xavier University. Shortstop Bryce Vincent led the Bees with 2 RBIs in the early 6-4 extra inning victory. The Bees took the nightcap into extra innings as well. Then Sean Rigsby scored the go-ahead run in the 10th to give the Bees a 2-1 win. St. Ambrose improves to 19-6 on the year and 10-3 in conference play. Their next home game is Saturday, April 23rd against Trinity International. The softball team extended its winning streak to 15 games and improved to 4-0 in the CCAC by sweeping a conference doubleheader from Lincoln College Saturday in the Ambrose Dome. The wins pushed the Bees to 20-3 overall, and their winning streak is the longest for the team since 2013. Their next home game is a doubleheader April 9th against Olivet Nazarene. Over the weekend, St. Ambrose University Winter Guard traveled to Naperville, Illinois to compete in the Midwest Color Guard Circuit Championships, and they did not disappoint. In the preliminary round on April 2nd, the group had a third-place sweep, taking the bronze in all three categories. The group finished with an overall score of 73.19. At the finals the next day, the group took third place in all three categories and finished third place overall, but bumped their total score of 5 points from their prelims performance to finish with a total score of 78.58. The group's next competition performance will be at the WGI Color Guard World Championships in Dayton, Ohio. And B golfers Eric Spurgetis and Hunter Mattel were part of a three-way tie atop of the leaderboard as the men took the title at the 12-men Clark Invitational. Spurgetis won a playoff for medalist honors and was later named CCAC Golfer of the Week. And that's it for sports this week. I'm Elijah Jakovic.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of Dateline SAU.
Next Friday is Good Friday, and SAU students and faculty will be on Easter break. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
Remember to check out our SAUtv Facebook and Instagram pages for our newscast, late breaking news, and more.
You can also find news stories and videos on the Hive at SAUthebuzz.com.
Thanks for watching.
And have a great Easter holiday.